Hello and welcome everybody. This is going to be class number 12, believe it or not. I know we seem to be easing out of lockdown, not sure how that's going to go. And also they are talking about bringing back gyms, exercise classes, that kind of thing in the summer. So maybe in a few weeks' time, not yet, I might send out a little email and have a chat with you all about how you feel about coming back to class, when you think it would be safe, if indeed you do want to come back to class in the near future. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll leave it for the summer because we don't teach and we don't come to class during the summer holidays. Maybe we could come back in the evenings, a little bit earlier than that, but I think it's just a case of waiting and seeing how this pans out. But yeah, love to everybody and welcome to the practice today. If you're not a normal member of my class, then welcome to you especially as well. I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so we're going to be talking about grounding into the space, by which we mean feeling the earth beneath you, feeling that you're centred, you're present in the moment, that you've got the support of the earth. The opposite of that would be to be flighty and to be in your head. The weather's quite windy today, that kind of does that to me sometimes. So we're going to bring the energy down, we're going to be nice and slow. And because we had a beautiful full moon last night, thank you Steve's yawning, because we had a beautiful full moon last night, which was the strawberry moon, we're going to be doing a lovely moon sequence of movements, which we've done before in class, but not for a long time, so maybe a bit clunky, but we'll see how we go. We'll do it together and explore it together, and then we'll do a lovely moon meditation at the end. So, as you know, don't work into pain, and just do what you want to do, really. It's your practice. You can stop and start this if you want to. You can jump to different parts. So however you want to use this time. Okay, so coming down to Shavasana. So corpse posture. Legs outstretched, feet flicking out to the side. Arms away from the body, palms up to the ceiling if that's comfortable. If not, just place the hands gently on the tummy. Don't have the hands clasped, just gently palms on the tummy if you don't want to have the hands on the floor. The floor might be cold. Okay, closing the eyes, just coming down into this space. So I don't know where you're practicing. I know some of you practiced outside, which was lovely when the weather was warm. You might be in your living room, your bedroom. So just recognise the space that you're in, and then come and focus actually onto the body. Focus on the back of the body, on the points of contact of the floor. And then start to focus on your breath. Bringing your attention down to the breath. Just feeling the breath wherever it is in the body. And then moving that breath gently down into the tummy. So when you breathe in, your tummy rises. And when you breathe out, your tummy will fall. So not deep breaths at the moment, just observing that breath in the tummy. Small movements. And just noticing on the out breath that as you breathe out, the body relaxes, everything flows down into the floor. All your cares and worries, anything that's bothering you. Okay, so when we're in this lovely, calm and peaceful initial relaxation, I'm just going to read you a little quote. So when we find ourselves calm and manifesting happiness from within, approaching life from a calmer, more grounded perspective, that is when the magic starts to happen. Happiness is, after all, an inside job. And once we are grounded and strong within ourselves, then we can start to attract like-minded people into our world. And we can become happier and more fulfilled. So just going through the practice today, being mindful of that connection with the earth. And we're going to take a few deeper breaths in. So when you breathe in, your tummy will rise. Deeper breath, filling the tummy with energy. And then as you breathe out, let everything go. One more. Nice deep breath into the tummy. And then everything go. Let everything go. You can sigh, let the breath come out of the mouth. One last time, breathing in. Deep breath in through the nose. And then sigh the breath out. Okay, lovely. So straightening the legs now. Taking the arms above you. Nice deep breath in. Lovely stretch all the way through the body. Through the fingertips, through the toes. Really lovely stretch. And then toes up to the ceiling. Heels pushed away. Keep pushing through those fingertips. Keep stretching. Heels pushed. Breathing in. And then breathing out, bringing those arms back down by your side. So bringing that right knee in, clasping just below the knee and feeling that lovely stretch up into the small of the back. Stretching out that hip, releasing the thigh, releasing the knee. Holding around the back of the thigh, foot goes up towards the ceiling, rotate that foot 3 times one way, mobilise that ankle joint. And then 3 times the other way. Breathing in. And then relaxing that leg down. Just take a moment to observe the difference in the feeling between the length of the legs. Okay, left knee in. Really enjoying that stretch on the left hand side. And then foot goes up towards the ceiling. Rotate that foot 3 times one way. And then 3 times the other way. Breathing in. And then relaxing that leg down. Finally, both knees in, one at a time. And just clasp those knees in and release that lower back. Just enjoy that feeling. Rolling over to the right hand side if we've got normal or high blood pressure. To the left if we've got low. So coming up to seated, legs crossed or legs outstretched. If you've got your legs crossed, then cross them back the other way to the way you've just crossed them. Okay, so left hand down, right hand up, breathing in. Breathing out over to the side. Releasing that side. Breathing in and then breathing out. Same on the other side. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and then out. Okay, this time, same again, look up to the ceiling if you've got no problems with the neck. Breathing in, and then out, and then next one. Breathing in, and then out, over to the side. Breathing in, and then out. Okay, swapping the legs back the other way. If you've got them crossed. I'm going to do a twist. So we're just going to have left hand on right knee, sitting up nice and tall, gazing forwards to start off with. Nice, tall, long spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Gentle twist round to the rear. Stay there. Breathe in and out. And then breathing into centre. Same on the other side. So right hand on left knee, breathing out as you twist round to the rear. One breath there. And then breathing into centre. Straight round to the other side. Out breath, twisting round. One breath. Breathing back to the centre. And then breathing out. Last side. One breath in and out. And then breathing into centre. Lovely. Legs cross the other way. Okay. This time we're going to go forward and back. So shoulders back and down, remember? Gazing forwards, breathing in. Breathing out, coming forwards, hands forward, head down. Okay, so just stay there for a breath. And then breathing in, coming back up. And then fingers pointing forward just beside your bottom. Breathing out, pushing that chest up. Don't let that head fall the whole way. You can look up to the ceiling gently or just gaze forward. And then back to centre. Breathing out forwards. Releasing off the back. Breath there. And then breathing in. And then breathing out. If you want to, you can lift the bottom, come up onto the knees if you want to. I can't do it on that side at the moment. Lift the bottom up, push the knees down into incline plane if you want to, and then back to centre. Okay, lovely. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees, carrying on with our mobilisation. So if you want to put something under the knees to protect your knees slightly, you can. Coming into our lovely tabletop position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Any problems with the wrist, that on that right hand side, that sometimes gets sore there, so you can come up onto the fist if you want to. So just check your alignment, check your position. Okay, lovely. So breathing in, dip the back, look forward into the cow. Breathing out, pulling up the tummy, pushing the back up, arching the back into the cat, looking through the legs. Breathing in, dip the back, look forward into the cow, and then breathing out. Pulling that tummy up, pushing up that back. And then breathing in back to centre. Okay, lovely. So we're going to go into our 3-part downward facing dog. So first one, nice bent knee. And we're going to tuck the toes under. Breathing in, breathing out. So bottom up nice and high. Bend those knees, come up onto your toes and just push back through the hands. So keep the hands and the fingers active. We'll take pressure off the wrists, pushing the tailbone back, knees nice and bent. Keep breathing. Feeling the contact with the floor, palms of the hands and the toes. And coming down nice and gently, sitting back on the heels, hands forward, extended child's pose. Surrender down into the earth. Couple of breaths. Coming up to tabletop. This time we're going to walk the heels down one at a time. So toes under, breathing in. Breathing out, bottom up nice and high. So up onto your toes, push back, get that head between the top of the arms, and then heels down one at a time, just releasing off the Achilles heel and the calf. Really enjoying that stretching, and then bending the knees, coming down, sitting back towards the heels, heads forward, hands forward, another head down. Releasing into the floor, surrendering into the earth. Coming up for your last one, full downward facing dog position. So nice splayed fingers, middle finger towards the top of the mat. Toes under, breathing in, breathing out. So up onto your toes to start off with. Push that tailbone back, feel that strength in the shoulders and the arms. And then just release those heels down. You can keep a slight bend in the knee. Keep pushing back, releasing back. Try and have your hands parallel with your feet, Steve. So just check your hand and foot position. Really enjoying that strengthening Lovely inversion. Releasing toxins in the head, increasing blood flow. And then when you're ready, come down, knees down. Sit back, head down, hands forward. And then you can go into the full child's pose if that's comfortable. Remember, you can always put a block onto your heels underneath your bottom or under your head, or you can have your hands in two fists and rest your head on your hands if that's comfortable. So adapt your child's pose and just release off those shoulders. Feel the earth supporting you. Lovely. So we're going to come up to standing. So we'll come via downward facing dog, or if you want to come on your own, then that's fine. So toes under, breathing in. Breathing out, bottom up nice and high. Okay, so walk those toes towards the fingertips and fold over into that ragdoll position. So knees bent, everything flowing down into the floor. And then to come up, slowly roll the hands. So run the hands up the legs, rolling the back up, keeping the shoulders down and the head down to the last minute. And then you're up. Fantastic, well done. Well done, Steve. Okay, so instead of doing our salutes or doing the earth sequence, we're going to do Chandra Namaskar. So I haven't practiced this for a long time, so I just did a little practice this morning, so we'll have to see how we get on. So, standing to the right hand side of your mat to start off with. Mat long ways as if you're doing earth sequence. Okay, that's lovely. So starting off on this side of the mat. So we're going to breathe in, inhale, arms up into upward salute. So over to the right, breathe into centre, over to the left, breathe into centre. Okay, and then we're going to step out into our goddess pose. Remember our goddess pose. So squat, legs going back, arms at right angles. Can be called 4 right angle pose. Okay, lovely, well done. So coming up, we're going to turn both feet to the right. Is that the right way? The left?
Left.
I'm not sure about my right and my left on this. Okay, the arms going to come up and we're going to go down into Trikonasana. Okay, lovely. So I don't know whether I'll be mirroring you now because I'm kind of going to the right hand side, but whichever way you'll be able to see. So either gazing forwards or looking up to that arm. Okay. And then releasing that hand down, turning to the right and come into Parsvattanasana. So you can have a slight bend in the knee. So you can have your hand on your shin or up here if you want to. Just don't put any pressure on the knee. Or you can come down to the floor. So Parsvattanasana, you're bending over to the side. Well done, Steve. Lovely. Okay, so from here, we're going to put that knee down. So left knee down, right leg forward, and we're going to come up into half moon. So you don't have to bring your arms up. You can either have your arms here or bring them up above you. Just breathe. Okay, lovely. Keep breathing. Okay, we're going to come down. We're going to turn to the front and have that knee bent. So we're going to be kind of lunging, so facing forwards, bending that right knee. Lovely, well done. Okay, and then we're going to swap to the other side. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to lunge down, knee down, front leg forward, either arms up, or you can have your hands just back and down if you want. Just breathe, gazing forwards. If you tuck your toe under, it might give you a bit more stability. Lovely, then we're going to come up, straighten both legs, bending over the side into Parsvattanasana. one shin, or down to the floor, or of course up to the thigh. Still with me, Steve? Lovely, well done. So from here, we're going to move into Trikonasana. Lovely, well done, very smooth. Trikonasana, we're going to move back up into that goddess pose, so both feet pointing out. Lovely, well done. And this time we're going to move to the opposite side of the mat. Start again. Okay. Yeah? Happy?
Mm-hmm.
Breathing in, arms up. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Okay, back into that goddess pose. Lovely goddess pose. Okay, this time we're going to go that way, aren't we? So we're going to go into Trikonasana. She says we're losing our balance. And then Parsvattanasana, turning round. And then knee down into that lunge. Okay, and then up. We're going to go onto this side and then the opposite side. Okay, back into the lunge. Just keep freestyling, keep going, guys. Up into Parsvattanasana on this side. Straight legs. Trikonasana on this side. Lovely, well done everyone. Goddess posture. Just keep freestyling if you can't follow. And then up to the original side we started. Arms up. Over to the right and to the left. Hands down, all the way down into prayer. So I'm not sure if I got that right, but I think we did. So we started on this side, we went to that side, and we ended up back on this side. Does that seem right, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
We hope so. If you can't follow that, then you can always wind it back and try again, or we'll just move on. So well done everyone. So that's Chandra Namaskar, that's the moon sequence in honour of our lovely full moon yesterday. Okay, so we're going to move on to the rest of our postures now. So we've done lots of side and forward bending. So we're going to come down, first of all, into Uttanasana, and then come down to the floor and move on to our back bending. So feet pointing forwards, arms up. Breathing out, arms float down. So just bend the knee and just let everything flow down into the floor. If you've got your knees bent, you can bend your knees enough to actually put your ribs onto your thighs if you want to. I'll show you from the side. And then you just can let everything flow. So head flows, hands, arms, everything flows down. Have the feet hip width apart. Toes pointing forward. Lovely, well done. So, coming down, hands down, knees down. I'm going to come into our camel posture. So, I'm going to put something under my knees again. Ustrasana. So we're going to do our back bending now. So remember, this is the one when you have your knees up. In fact, I might even put the cushion under there as well. Let's just go for it. So, making sure you're nicely comfortable. So, if you're not happy on your knees in this position, if you've got knee issues and you don't want to kneel up, you can always do this standing, and then you just do your hand coming round onto the back. Okay, so tucking the toes under. So heels up. Okay, so breathing in, right arm up. Turn the palm and then follow it all the way down to touch that heel on the right side. Breathing in, following the arm up to the top and then breathing out. Lovely, well done. Breathe in on the left. Up to the top, breathe out all the way down. Touch that heel. Breathe in. Obviously you don't have to touch the heel if it doesn't reach, don't worry. Breathe out. Same again, breathing in on the right. Breathing out. Okay, so while you're here, stay there for a second if you can and push the hips forward. Try and get a bit more of a stretch. So this part of the body, the front of the body, is coming forwards or coming into alignment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Same on the left. Breathe in. Turn. Breathe out. Okay, and then push forward if you can. Lovely, well done. So can you turn your head down to look at the heel? Lovely. That's it. I'm still looking at the heel. I'm not looking forward yet. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Okay, so to go into the full posture with both hands on both heels, you come up, you hold, go to the right, look forwards, go to the left and then push forward with both. Okay, so we'll try that again. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so now look forwards, breathe in, breathe out. So you can feel for the heel and then push forward. Okay, just gaze forward, don't tip the head back at all. Lovely, keep breathing. Strong position, don't stay in it too long. If you want to come out, everybody come out one at a time. So left and then right. Lovely, well done. Okay, I didn't bring my arms around, but that's good, Steve. You brought your arms around as well. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out. So we're gently going to bend the back forwards this time. So coming down, all the way down into a counter pose, into the fold pose. So release off this lower back. So you may have caused some tension in this lower back. So just release that lower back. And as you breathe in and out, take some nice deep breaths in. And you'll feel the shoulder blades coming apart on the back. And you'll be breathing into that lower back as well. So it kind of feels like your back is opening up and then closing down again as you're taking those nice deep breaths in and out. Can you feel that, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, lovely. Well done. Okay. We're just going to do some hip opening exercises here. I'm going to do the pigeon. So coming up onto your hands and knees. You can leave the blanket there if you've got a blanket under your knee. So you're going to have the left knee going out and the right foot is going to come across the front. We're going to do pigeon. That's it, perfect. So this heel is aiming to come sort of where that left hip is. So right heel underneath left hip. So quite a strong stretch. So if it's too strong, then move the heel more in line. If you're not getting enough of a stretch, then bring that heel up forwards. Okay, pointing the other toes away, gazing forward, arms nice and straight. Try not to scrunch up the neck. Lovely, shoulders back and down, looking forwards, breathing in. And as you breathe out, you can come down a little bit. First side. Okay, so what I was going to do was I was going to come up, shoulders back and down, breathe in, and then I was gently going to come down. So resting the tummy onto that thigh. If this is too strong, obviously stay up or move that heel further down. But you'll be feeling a really strong stretch on this right kind of hip, top of the thigh, into the glute. Really good for opening the hips up. Right, breathing in, coming up. Lovely. And then releasing back into tabletop. Okay, same on the other side. So left knee forward, left foot going out to the side. So this is my operation knee, so I'll be careful on this side. Okay, so pointing that back toe away, lovely. Shoulders back and down. Breathing in, breathing out. Just come down. I'm just going to come down onto my forearms on this one because that's quite strong on that side for me. That's lovely. Just releasing all that tension in that hip. It's amazing how much tension you hold in the hips there. Releasing off. And then coming up. And then releasing that leg back into tabletop. Knees come forward. Sit back. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could have your knees out to the side, hands forward if you want to, just to encourage that hip opening a bit more. Or just come down into your child's pose. Again, remember you're surrendering down into the earth. The earth is holding you. You're safe, you're secure. And coming up. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to move into our twisting positions. Okay, so coming up to seated. Okay, so you can use a block if you want to in these seated twists, but you don't have to. You can use a block if you want to. You can try it with a block. So if you're doing it with a block with Dandasana, you'll feel more of that stretch. Is that too strong?
No.
Right, okay, so he's saying it's not too strong and he likes to use the block. So we'll all use a block if we can, or a cushion. Okay, yeah, that's quite nice. So, hands at the side, shoulders back and down, toes up to the ceiling. So just have the feet hip width apart. So you've got your hip bone there, you can feel your hip bone. There's a bit of squash before I get there, but there's a hip bone there somewhere. So just imagine, put your hands on your hip bone and then run that straight down the legs to the feet. You can see the feet. Lovely, well done. So, hands at the side. So if you're on a block or a cushion, kind of in a way it's nicer really because you can straighten those arms out. Just gaze forward. So that back wants to be completely upright. So on the side, I'll show you. So we don't want to be crunched down. Want that back to come up nice and straight, shoulders back and down. So don't gaze at the toes, gaze off into the distance. Parallel forwards, just have your fingers lightly touching the floor. Shoulders back and down, keep breathing. And this is Dandasana staff pose. Keep breathing. And breathing in, take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you can let everything flop. Bend the knees, flop the feet out to the side. Bow the head, relax the back. Lovely, well done. Okay, so we're going to move into our Ardha Matsyendrasana, which is our half Lord of the Fishes. So this is where we get all tied up in knots. So first of all, legs outstretched. So we're going to have the left leg over the right. So place that foot just at the side of the right knee. Okay, so make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. So same leg that's outstretched. So right leg is outstretched, right arm to the side. Breathe in and then sweep that arm across, breathing out. So you can either hook the elbow over, have the palm facing to the other side, other hand behind. Okay, so if you're on a block, you might need to come up onto your fingertips, I do, because if I'm down on the floor, I'll be crunched down. You're off your block now, aren't you? Okay, so gazing forward, Toes up to the ceiling as well. Gazing past the palm, breathing in and then breathing out. Twist round to the there. Stay there and breathe. Keep that front foot active. Keep that lengthening in the spine and the twisting. Okay, in breath coming in, back to centre and then breathing out. Okay, untwist. Same on the other side. So left leg outstretched, right foot over. So the foot goes just at the side of the knee really. Coming up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. So same arm was outstretched, leg. So that will be your left arm, left leg. Breathe in, breathing out. Swooping that arm across and hooking that elbow. Okay, so if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to do that one, just hold here or you can hold further down there. Whichever one's comfortable for you. Other hand behind. So nice tall spine, remember, looking forwards. Breathing in. So breathe in. And then on the out breath, twisting round nice and gently to the rear. Releasing any tension. Staying there for a breath or two. Keeping that lift. Breathing back to centre. And then breathing out, releasing. Okay, lovely, well done. So we're going to move into working with our shoulders, I think. We're just going to, while we're here, we're going to sit, legs crossed or legs outstretched, up on a block or a cushion if you want to, just nice and comfortably. You can even sit on the sofa or on a chair if you want to. Okay, so we're just going to work on these shoulders. Did lots of shoulder work last week. I've still got a bit of an issue with my shoulder. So we're going to do some shoulder exercises. So breathing in, shoulders up to your ears. Breathing out with a ha. Lovely. Breathing in one more time. Breathing out with a ha. One more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely, well done. Okay, so rolling the shoulders forward and then back. Forward and then back. Last one, forward and then back. And then opposite way, so forward, round and then back. Forward and then back. Just breathing deeply. Don't worry about the breath on this one. And then back. Okay, so last one we're going to do is we're going to do the eagle arm. So breathing in, left arm out to the side, other arm out, breathing out. So left arm is going to come over the right. Now I was doing this posture with on the internet the other day, and I know lots of people have a problem with turning those palms in towards each other. So have the palms sticking up, don't clasp. That's perfect. That's lovely, Steve. So if you're having a problem here, you can either have the backs of the hands going towards each other, or another way to do it would be to have the block and to hold, not the block. Why am I saying block? It's a strap. Have the strap and hold the strap. So you might be further apart. So coming into that first one. Okay. So just raise the elbows up a little bit. Try and keep those shoulders and arms slightly away from you. Breathe into the shoulders. Breathing into the shoulders. And then releasing. Okay, this time we're going to have the other elbow on top, so both arms out to the side. This time we're going to have the right elbow on the top. So this one for me is where my problem shoulder is. So I'm going to use the belt on this side so I don't have to just have the hands. Lovely, well done. Is that harder or easier on that side?
Do you know, I can still, where that scar is, it's really tight.
Yeah,
Both
you can
sides.
still feel it, yeah. Just releasing. Try not to have the shoulders too scrunched up. Try and keep those shoulders down, but the elbows up, if that makes sense. And releasing. Well done, everyone. Fantastic. Okay, so just wiggle those shoulders a bit, just to release any tension. Lovely, well done. Okay, so we've done our seated postures. We're going to do our legs up the wall or legs on the sofa. So, Steve, are you up for legs on the sofa? Yeah, okay. So, if you're doing legs on the sofa or legs up the wall, you can obviously go into half shoulder stand if you want to as well. So I'll just demonstrate getting into it, as you know. So your hips are really close, knees to one side, and then you roll up. So you've got the flat of your back. This is quite comfortable. If you, like me, I've just hit the edge of my mat there, so I'm going to put my blanket under my head. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, lovely. Oh, dear. So, arms away from the body, palms up to the ceiling. So this is a beautiful inversion, really lovely posture to relax into. Close the eyes and just let the breath settle. Releasing everything down into the floor. Okay, so if you want to try your half shoulder stand, I think I'm going to try putting my heels onto the edge of the sofa and kind of pushing up. So I'm not straight up, if you know what I mean, but that's okay. So just be careful if you've got a slippery surface that you're putting your feet onto.
Oh, sorry, you're doing that.
I'm doing a half shoulder
Yeah, sorry,
stand.
doing something else.
So working those elbows in, hands are on the small of the back, fingers pointing up towards the bottom, head gazing up to the ceiling. So just stay with your head gazing up to the ceiling, don't look left to right. Obviously be careful with animals and small children in the room. So this compresses the thyroid, so it's really good to regulate the metabolism. Okay, so when you're ready, release those hands. Gently bring the vertebrae down one at a time, all the way down. Lower back touches the floor. That's actually quite nice. Did you find that okay, that to do in shoulder stand?
Yeah, that's it.
Half shoulder stand. Obviously, if you're against the wall, then your body will be straighter. But that worked quite well. Okay, so bending the knees. You can stay in this position as long as you want to. We're just going to come up and do some breathing exercises. If you wanted to do your relaxation there, you could. You can go back into it if you want to. Obviously, having the legs up the wall, or legs on the sofa in our case, is really lovely to do kind of an hour before bed. They say as well, if you have a nice bath, about an hour before bed, do an earth sequence maybe to ground you, and then do legs up the wall. It helps promote sleep. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, comfortable position. Legs outstretched or legs crossed, or again, if you've got the sofa, then sit on the sofa. But if you're sitting on the sofa, try not to collapse down. Try and keep the tension in the body. Not tension, but you know, the activeness, if you like, in the body. Shoulders back and down. Nice puppet string from the top of the head. Okay, so we're going to be working with our alternate nostril breathing. So I think most of you do know how to do it now. What I'll do is I'll talk you through the first round, and then I'd like you to do 4 more. Okay, so when you're doing the breath, if you want to count on your hand, so you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you want to, or have a fist and open the fingers the opposite way, whichever way you want to count. And generally we use the right hand. So, to demonstrate, okay, so we're going to have the index finger and the middle finger just gently touching around the third eye point on the forehead. So the thumb is going to hover over the right nostril and the ring finger is going to hover over the left nostril. Okay, so closing your eyes. So we're going to push against the left nostril, breathe in through the right to the count of 4. So in, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to pause. And then we're going to release the left, out, 2, 3, 4, and then pause. In through the left, 2, 3, 4, pause, and then out through the right, 2, 3, 4, pause. Okay, so there's a slight, I'll just talk you through this part, there's a slight retention of the breath when you've breathed in. And then when the breath is completely out of the body, there's a 1 beat pause there as well. So you can do it however you want to, timing wise. You can start with 4, 1, 4, 1, or you can extend the out breath. So in for 4, 1, out for 5, 1, in for 4, 1, out for 5, 1. So whichever you're happy with. So we'll do 4 more in your own time. So remember, 1 round is in through the right, out through the left, in through the left, out through the right. We're just letting this breath finish gently now. So keeping that lovely calm, peaceful sense of relaxation. We're going to move into our lovely yoga nidra. So coming down, remember you're in the lounge, you might be in the lounge or in the bedroom, you might have cushions and pillows to help you. So for example, I could have a cushion under my knees, just with the knees and the heels gently flopping out to the side, maybe something under the back of my head, maybe my blanket. If you can, have the arms away from the body, palms up to the ceiling. If that's not comfortable, palms on the tummy, or have the knees bent, knees knocking in towards each other. However you feel comfortable. So just once again, focusing initially on the body and how the body feels. Just make a note of any sensations you can feel in the body. If there's any tightness, any pain. And then coming finally to focus on the breath. Just observing the breath. We're going to focus on different parts of the body. Know that as soon as you focus on that part of the body, it will relax. So focusing on the toes, balls of the feet, soles of the feet, and the heels. Both feet, the right foot and the left foot, completely relaxed. Focusing now on the ankles, the calves, the knees and the thighs. Both legs, the right leg and the left leg, completely relaxed. Moving up to the hips, feel the hips sinking into the floor. And then focusing on the lower back, the middle back and the upper back and the shoulder blades. The whole of the back of the body is completely relaxed. Moving round to the front of the body, to the tummy, the abdomen, the ribs, the intercostal muscles, the lungs and all the internal organs. The whole of the front of the body and the whole of the centre of the body, completely relaxed. Moving across to the hands, fingers are gently curled, palms are open. Both hands, the right hand and the left hand, completely relaxed. The wrists are soft, forearms are relaxed, the elbows and the upper arms. Both arms, the right arm and the left arm, completely relaxed. Coming up to the shoulder girdle now. All those muscles in the rotator cuff in the shoulder, all releasing. All the muscles that run along the shoulders up into the neck. The whole of the shoulder area completely relaxed. Coming up to the throat, you can gently swallow just to release the throat. And then all those strong muscles that run up the neck to support the head. The head is supported now. So all those muscles can completely relax. Coming up into the head now. Into the scalp. The scalp is smooth. The forehead has no frown lines. The eyes are gently closed and the eyelids are completely relaxed. Cheeks are smooth. Just release the root of the tongue. That will release the jaw. And focusing on the ears, the right ear, the left ear, tip of the nose and the chin, the whole of the face, the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms and the hands, the centre of the body, the legs and the feet, all completely relaxed. like you now to just imagine with all of your senses that you're bathed in the light of the full moon. As you breathe, you can feel the cool, crisp evening air. And as you exhale, you feel all your worries, stresses and tensions just melting away. You relax deeper and deeper. It seems so easy to just let go and relax in the glorious light of the full moon. You feel safe and supported by the nurturing feminine energy of the moon. Everything is becoming unimportant and fading away as you connect more and more with the energy of the full moon. So imagine yourself standing completely bathed in the light of the full moon, and raise your face to look directly at the moon and feel the energy of the moon blessing your face. Feeling the cool, clear energy bathing you, and your body is now tingling with the purifying energy, going right into each and every cell down to the level of your DNA. Taking your awareness now to the top of your head, where the energy centre called your crown chakra is. Just imagine that there's a pure white lotus bud there. Rotate this beautiful white lotus bud slowly, anti-clockwise, until all the petals are open wide and flat. Your crown chakra is now open, and feel the feminine energy of the moon flooding into your whole being via your open crown chakra. Now taking your awareness to about 6 inches above your crown chakra, to an energy centre called the soul star chakra, where you can connect to the higher realms of light and love. Imagine here another pure white lotus bud. Rotate this slowly anti-clockwise to open your soul star and feel your energy field expanding more and more. And then now bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. And imagine energetic roots develop from them and connect you to your earth star chakra, about 6 inches below your feet. Imagine these roots going deeper and deeper, firming you, grounding you into the earth. A strong connection to your earth star chakra allows you to anchor yourself into Mother Earth. And you may even be able to visualize a downward pointing lotus bud that you can rotate to open and connect to the energy centre deeper and deeper within the earth. Continuing to breathe now. Breathing the pure white light energy of the full moon. Drinking more light and more moonbeams into your very soul. And getting a sense now of every cell in your body being cleansed and purified. Experience your energy field tingling. And then feel your effortless breath. And connect that breath to your heart. Connecting the heart to the heart of the moon and the heart of the earth. Sensing your heart is opening and expanding. Releasing any heartache, grief, sadness, and any emotional hurt or pain that's been blocking the heart. And then finally feel that the heart is being healed. Have a sense of the positive energetic power of the moon and your heart. Start to focus once more on the physicality of the body. Coming back to the feelings and the sensations of the body. And coming back to your breath. Your breath is filling the tummy with energy, with prana. Using the deep breath to awaken your senses again. Awaken your body. And then taking a lovely deep breath in. Bring your arms above you, point those fingertips away, those toes away, stretching all the way through the body, really enjoying that lovely, lovely, lovely stretch. Breathing in, and then breathing out, releasing the back of the legs, toes up to the ceiling, really pushing those heels away. And then breathing in, releasing those arms back down by your side. Bringing that right knee in, clasping round that knee, and then the left knee. And then releasing any tension in the lower back. Small circles, side to side movement. If you have to keep your eyes closed, then keep them closed. Roll over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure, to the left if you've got low. And then if you can and you're happy to, keep your eyes closed and rub your hands together to create some warmth. And gently cupping the hands over the eyes. Just enjoying that darkness and that warmth. And then gently opening the eyes into the palms, letting the light filter through nice and gradually. Okay, sitting nice and tall. Legs outstretched or legs crossed, however you're comfortable. I'm going to finish with 3 Oms, chanting Om. So thumb and forefinger together, other 3 fingers pointing away in Chin Mudra. Sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes again if you want to. So breathing in. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you everybody for joining me. Hope to see you all soon.